This is your need to know.
Spoiler, sweetie. Spoiler, sweetie.
This is your need to know.
All right, so let's jump right in to the swirling sands of speculation
Yep.
around Episode 2 of Dune Prophecy.
Okay.
Two wolves.
Two wolves.
Now, we're assuming here that you're already familiar
Oh.
with the basics of Dune.
Of course.
So we're going deep
Okay.
on the juicy fan theories
Right.
and unpacking this whole prequel that takes us
Yeah.
10,000 years
Wow.
before the events of the movie.
Yeah, it's a bold move by the showrunners to focus on the origins of
Right.
Bene Gesserit.
Yeah.
I mean, we're seeing them as they're consolidating their power,
Uh-huh.
their actions far more overt than we're used to.
Absolutely. And this episode is
Right.
packed with intrigue.
Yeah.
We've got political maneuvering in the Imperium.
Uh-huh.
Desmond Hart drops a bombshell confession.
Oh, yeah.
Leela's facing a perilous mission.
Right.
And there's even whispers of doubt around
Mm-hmm.
House Carino's swordmaster.
Interesting.
But what really set the online forums ablaze
Yeah. What was that?
was the Empress
Okay.
just casually using the term Shai Hulud
Oh, yeah.
when talking about sandworms with her husband.
That was interesting. It's a
Could you-
curious detail. That
Right.
sparked a lot of debate.
For sure.
Why would the Empress at the heart of the Imperium
Right.
use a term so deeply ingrained in Fremen culture?
Yeah.
Some fans are suggesting it might hint at a deeper connection to Arrakis.
Okay.
What if her family had a previous claim to the planet?
Interesting.
Perhaps even serving as stewards at some point.
That's a fascinating theory.
Yeah.
And it would add a whole new dimension to her character.
Right.
And remember, the Emperor himself even mentioned
Yeah.
that his wife is religious
Mhm.
while he isn't.
Right.
So could she be
Yeah.
harboring a secret allegiance
Interesting.
to the Fremen faith?
Possibly.
And if so, her seemingly innocuous word choice
Yeah,
becomes a loaded statement,
it does.
potentially hinting at a hidden agenda.
Precisely, and this theory really resonates with fans.
Yeah.
Because it challenges our perception of the Imperium.
Right.
If the Empress has these ties to Arrakis,
Mm-hmm.
it suggests a more complex
Right.
and intertwined history
Yeah.
than we initially imagined.
Oh, but hold on.
Yeah.
Didn't Desmond Hart
Oh.
also use Shai Hulud
Oh, that's right.
during his interrogation?
He did, yeah.
It makes you wonder if the term might be
Yeah.
more commonplace than we first thought.
Right.
Not exclusively Fremen.
That's a good point.
Right.
It's possible the term has a broader usage,
Uh-huh.
perhaps among those with knowledge
Okay.
of Arrakis's history
Right.
and ecology.
Yeah.
It's a detail worth keeping an eye on as the story unfolds.
Now let's move on
Okay.
to Leela's intense
Yeah.
spice agony experience.
Right.
This scene left some viewers
Yeah.
scratching their heads.
Of course.
So let's break down what's going on here, like a Dune for Dummies explanation.
Okay. So the show simplifies things,
Yeah.
but essentially the spice agony
Uh-huh.
involves two key stages.
All right.
First, the Bene Gesserit must neutralize
Yeah.
a potent spice poison within their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
This unlocks what they call other memories,
Okay.
which are genetic imprints
Right.
from their female ancestors.
Okay.
Think of it as accessing a vast library
Interesting.
of personalities and experiences.
It's mind-blowing, right?
It is, yeah.
It's like having your entire family tree whispering in your ear.
Yes. And that brings us to the second
Okay.
and more dangerous stage,
Oh,
the potential for an abomination.
okay.
This is where an ancestral personality
Oh.
attempts to take control of the host.
Oh, wow.
It's a battle for dominance.
Oh, my goodness.
With the Bene Gesserit's own consciousness at stake.
It makes you realize the immense risks
Yeah,
they're taking in their pursuit of power.
for sure.
But during this mental maelstrom,
Okay.
Leela utters a prophecy
Uh-huh.
that's ignited a firestorm of speculation.
Oh, really?
Fans are throwing out all sorts of names.
Like who?
Desmond Hart,
Okay.
Leela herself. Some are even reaching back 10,000 years
Wow.
to Paul Atreides.
It's like prophecies in the Dune universe are notoriously vague,
Right.
open to multiple interpretations. It's
Yeah.
like they're shrouded in this haze of spice dust. Their true meaning shifting and swirling,
Yeah.
depending on how you look at them.
And remember, we're dealing with a prequel here.
Oh, that's right.
So this prophecy could be referring to someone
Yeah.
entirely new,
Mm-hmm.
a figure who predates the events
Right.
of the original Dune.
What's fascinating here is how this uncertainty
Right.
plays into the Bene Gesserit's methods.
Uh-huh.
They use prophecy to manipulate events,
Okay.
subtly nudging things in their desired direction.
Interesting.
The vagueness is a tool in itself.
It's like they're playing a grand game of chess,
They are.
using prophecy as a way to outmaneuver their opponents
Right.
and orchestrate their own rise to power.
Absolutely.
Now, there was another confusing moment for viewers.
Okay.
The scene where Dorothea,
Yeah.
during the spice agony,
Hmm.
tells Leela she won't find her mother there.
This confused a lot of viewers because they assumed
Uh-huh.
that Dorothea was Leela's mother,
Yeah.
but she's actually her grandmother.
Okay.
And this brings us to another
Oh, yeah.
intriguing fan theory.
Yeah.
The idea that Leela's mother might still be alive.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider
Uh-huh.
how unlikely it is for a Bene Gesserit
Right.
to die in childbirth.
Right.
They have such control over their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And surely they would have access
Yeah.
to advanced medical technology.
Right. And some fans are pointing to Leela's reaction
Yeah.
when Tula, her mentor,
Huh?
explained her mother's death.
Right.
It's almost as if Leela sensed a lie,
Okay.
a discrepancy in Tula's account.
It raises the question.
Yeah.
Why would the Bene Gesserit fabricate the death of Leela's mother?
Yeah.
What are they hiding?
What are they hiding?
It definitely adds a layer of suspense,
It does.
hinting at a hidden truth
Uh-huh.
that could have major repercussions.
It's a classic Dune trope.
Oh, yeah.
The hidden truth, the veiled motives,
Uh-huh.
the subtle manipulation that lies beneath the surface.
Yes.
But while many viewers are caught up in the speculation and intrigue,
Yeah.
others have expressed concerns about the show's direction.
Let's get into that next.
Okay.
We all know the Dune fandom is passionate,
Oh, yeah.
and they haven't held back in voicing their criticisms.
For sure. Yeah, it seems like some viewers are struggling to
Bet.
reconcile this prequel with the Dune they know and love.
Yeah, some of the feedback has been,
Oh, yeah.
shall we say, rather pointed.
Okay.
One fan didn't mince words, stating, the princess whose name I didn't bother to remember
Oh, my.
can't act for shit. Others have criticized
Okay.
the fight choreography, calling it awkward and basic.
Ouch.
And the criticisms go beyond the technical aspects.
Yeah.
Some fans are questioning
Right.
the show's adherence to established Dune lore,
Okay.
particularly when it comes to
Yeah.
Desmond Hart's abilities.
Right.
One viewer pointed out Desmond effectively has more power
Oh, wow.
than Paul and Leto II.
Okay.
And I'm supposed to believe they waited 10,000 more years for Paul,
Wow.
when this was casually walking around basically being a prophet.
This criticism highlights a key challenge faced by prequels.
Okay.
How to introduce characters with extraordinary powers without overshadowing
Yeah.
the iconic figures that
Right.
come later.
Uh-huh.
Desmond's abilities, as depicted,
Yeah.
do seem to push the boundaries of
Right.
what we've come to understand about prescience and manipulation
Right.
in the Dune universe.
And this actually ties into a broader critique, about the show feeling derivative.
Really?
One fan put it rather bluntly.
How so?
This show tries so hard to be a mix of Got Tea and Star Wars, but fails to be neither.
It's true that the show borrows
Right.
familiar elements from other successful franchises, perhaps in an attempt to appeal to a wider audience, but in doing so, it risks losing its own unique identity.
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
The world building feels a bit generic,
Yeah.
lacking the richness and depth of Herbert's original creation.
This is your need to know. This is your need to know. This is your need to know. This is your need to know.
Some fans have pointed out inconsistencies
Uh-oh.
in the show's depiction of the other memory.
What do you mean?
One viewer argued that's not how the other memory works.
Okay.
She's not speaking to her actual ancestors,
Right.
and those memories should be limited to the day and time of her birth and not extend beyond it.
The show seems to be taking liberties with this concept,
Right.
perhaps for dramatic effect.
Okay.
In the books, the other memory
Right.
is a complex and nuanced ability,
Yeah.
limited by specific rules and constraints.
Okay.
The show's portrayal feels a bit more fantastical, allowing for greater flexibility in terms of
Right.
what characters can access and experience.
And that brings us to a particularly scathing remark.
Oh, really?
This is a Timugat with spaceships.
Wow.
While that might be a bit harsh,
Yeah.
it does reflect a sense of disappointment
Uh-huh.
among some fans
Right.
who feel the show is falling short of expectations.
I think it's important to acknowledge these criticisms.
Yeah.
The show does have its flaws.
Right.
And it's understandable that some viewers are feeling let down.
Right.
However, it's also worth remembering that we're only 2 episodes in.
That's true.
There's still plenty of time for the show to find its footing,
I agree.
to delve deeper into the complexities of the Dune universe,
Uh-huh.
and to develop its characters and world
Right?
in a more nuanced way.
Exactly. And even with these criticisms,
Mm-hmm.
the show is sparking some thought-provoking conversations.
Oh, like what?
For example, one fan theory suggests
Okay.
that the show might be subtly positioning
Right.
the Bene Gesserit as the ultimate antagonists of the story.
That's an intriguing idea.
Yeah, it's a question that really lingers.
It does.
Like spice dust in the air.
Uh-huh.
It seems like this deep dive has unearthed
Yeah.
more questions than answers.
Right.
But isn't that the hallmark
It is.
of a truly great story?
Absolutely. And these questions really challenge us
Yeah,
to
yeah.
reconsider everything we thought we knew about the Bene Gesserit.
Uh-huh.
Their motives,
Yeah.
once shrouded in mystery,
Right.
but often assumed to be benevolent,
Right.
are now cast
Yeah.
in a more dubious light.
It's like we're seeing a familiar tapestry
Uh-huh.
from the back,
Yeah.
noticing the knots and the loose threads
Right.
that were hidden from view before.
Yeah.
And suddenly, their actions, throughout the original Dune saga,
Mm-hmm.
take on a new, almost sinister significance.
Think about Lady Jessica,
Come.
Paul's mother,
Uh-huh.
and a Bene Gesserit herself.
Right.
Was she a willing participant in their schemes?
Yeah.
Or was she too manipulated by the sisterhood? Did she truly believe
Yeah.
that she was serving a greater purpose?
Right.
Or was she blinded by her loyalty to the order?
It makes you question everything.
It does.
Was Paul Atreides' rise to power
Uh-huh.
truly his destiny?
Right.
Or was he merely a pawn
Yeah.
in the Bene Gesserit's elaborate game?
Possibly.
Were they grooming him all along?
Yeah.
Subtly nudging him
Right.
towards a predetermined outcome?
And if so,
Yeah.
what does that say about the nature of free will
Right.
in the Dune universe?
Uh-huh.
Are we all just playing out roles
Wow.
in a grand cosmic drama?
Yeah.
Are choices dictated by forces
Right.
beyond our comprehension?
It's a heady concept.
Yeah, it is.
One that Herbert explored throughout his work.
He did.
But Dune Prophecy seems to be taking this idea
Yeah.
even further,
Yeah.
suggesting that even those who believe they are in control
Right.
might be caught in a web of manipulation
Yeah.
that spans millennia.
This raises the question, is there any agency escaping this cycle of control?
Mm.
Or is humanity destined to be ruled
Right.
by those who claim to know what's best for us?
Yeah.
Those who operate in the shadows, pulling strings,
Right.
manipulating events
Yeah.
to achieve their own ends.
It's a bleak thought,
It is.
but one that resonates with the themes
Yeah.
of political intrigue
Uh-huh.
and societal decay
All right.
that are so central to the Dune saga.
Right.
And it makes this prequel all the more compelling.
I think that's what's so captivating about this show.
Yeah.
Even with its flaws, it's
Yeah.
challenging our assumptions, forcing us to reevaluate
Right.
the very foundations of the Dune universe.
So, dear listener,
Mm-hmm.
as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
we leave you with this thought.
Okay.
If the Bene Gesserits are ultimately revealed
Uh,
to be the villains of Dune Prophecy,
yeah.
will you view the original Dune saga
Right.
through a new lens?
Will you question the motives
Yeah.
of those who claim to be working for the greater good?
Uh-huh.
Will you wonder if even the most seemingly benevolent actions are tainted by a hidden agenda?
These are the questions that make Dune
Right.
such a rich and thought-provoking universe to explore.
Absolutely.
And it seems like this journey is just beginning.
It does.
Until next time,
Yes.
may your thoughts be as vast as the sands of Arrakis,
Uh-huh.
and your curiosity as insatiable
Yes.
as a sandworm's appetite.
This is your need to know. a vision of the gates. Now I see it blue in blue again. Oh, I see the use within myself, and I see the pen in my dreams. Oh, 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 and I ride. Oh, oh, oh. I see nothing but shadows now around me. I see doom confronting me. I have nothing but the certainty of heart. And then I see a vision of the gates. Now I see it blue in blue again. Oh, I saw the use within myself. I can see the pen in my dreams.